This is, I believe it's like a 2015 Tao Tao coolster 125cc ATV. These are pretty much, a lot of them are going to be the same. Anyways, we're going to go ahead and we're going to replace these drum brakes to disc brakes. I'm going to have the links in the description for everything. The only thing that I've already done is these are M6 by 16 millimeter bolts. The kit did not come with that. It just came with the rotor and the hub bearing. They did not include any of these bolts. Go to your local hardware store or order online or whatever. M6 by 16 millimeter bolts is what fits. All right, you need 6 of them on each side, so you'll need 12 altogether. Another thing also that did not come with this are these. These are going to be M8 1.25 by 25 millimeter. I'll put these in the description as well. These from an auto parts store. You can get them at Amazon or eBay or whatever. These are what's going to hold your brake calipers in. Now we are converted drum brake to disc brake. All right, so we're going to go through this together for the ATV. These are beginning to go obsolete. For me, it's harder to find the pads for these. Plus, I'm just so sick and tired of having to constantly readjust when they wear out or whatever. So let's go ahead and start taking this thing apart. Make sure I got everything with me. All right, I already removed the cotter pin. All right, so there is a dust cover that's holding this in place. I took it off, removed the cotter pin. Now I'm gonna take this off. We'll set everything aside, take it off. Speed through this process as fast as I can. Boom, this slides out. As you can see, what happens is you grip the handle, tension in the cable pushes these brake pads against the rotor, which is what causes it to stop. The more these wear out, you have to adjust the brakes line, and after a while they get so worn out you just can't. It is so hard to find. It's all from China, overseas, whatever ones that fit. So remove these, and I've already undid them from the cape, from the handlebar. We're going to remove them and take them all out. We are not going to need them anymore. Plus, if you get another cool thing about these, once you buy the new ones, these already have the bearings the sealed bearings already inside them. Now, before I put them on, I still put bearing grease in it and pack it in there because, like I said, it was made overseas. So take that as you will. Go ahead and hold that one in place. Find my drill. This is going to be a 14 millimeter bottom nut. It's going to be 19 millimeter. All right. Take the cotter, as you can see, this cotter pin right here. This is going to be for the tie rod. All right. We're going to have an inner outer tie rod. What you can also do for these is you might want to do, whenever you do any work on any ATV or vehicle, whenever you do anything that has to do with the suspension, you may want to go ahead and check your alignment on your tires. I'm going to do that later, not right now. They both look like they line up pretty good. You really don't know about it till you start driving it and feeling it anyways. You can kind of look at it, but that's for another time. It's a kid's ATV. That comes out. Let's see what I can do without doing it with a wrench. Oh. This one did have a okay. All right. So you take out the castle nut, and there's also going to be a lock nut. Put that to the side. You don't need a tie iron removal or ball joint removal tool. These just come out pretty easy. Just to slide off. Take out your master pin. your whole spindle, knuckle, whatever you want to call it, should come right out. All right, move that to the side with your old crap. Scrap it later if you want, whatever. All right. Now when you put this on, all right, this is what's going to hold your brake calipers in the front. Tie rod's going to be in the back. All right, and they even put a handy dandy L for left. You know, for us stupid Americans. Of course, then you can put directions on it. Why would you do that? So you put that in. Find the nut. I like to tighten up a hand. That way they don't fall out. Put your tie rod back on. It should lock right back in place. Now, I'm going to remove the locking nut and just use just the castle. And we're going to tighten it back up. There should be a hole for your cotter pin. Let's see if that works for the cotter pin. All right. It can be a tight wad. Use the same one. If it doesn't go through, I got a whole new set of new ones, which I'm probably going to just do anyways. Of course, it's going there. All right, new cotter pin. Persuasion. Hammer. There you go. Bend it around. Stop. Do it just like that. Now your tie rod is connected. Remove this castle nut up here. See your hole. Slide it right back in place. Get your bearing grease, pack it back in there as best you can. You old Navy guys, you ought to be used to doing this stuff without even using any hub bearings, if you know what I mean. Just get in. Where am I? Anyway, so we're going to go ahead, put a washer on it. Put it back in place. Use your brand new castle nut. Hand tighten it. You should see your hole. All right, your little handy dandy cotter pin kit. Put your new cotter pin. This cotter pin's way too small. Choose a bigger one. Your cotter pin, when it goes in, bigger than that. There you go. The cotter pin will stop this castle nut from backing off because it is going to be spinning really fast. You want to anyway. All right, so when you tighten it in, you're going to want to have it to where your dust cap can close. And your cotter just like that. Okay. So now this is on. Now we can tighten this one back up. Nice to have parts nearby. There you go. Remember your 19 19 wrench to be on the end pad. There we go. You just don't want it too tight where you can't turn your stinking steering wheel. There you go. Okay, now, all right, so this is complete. You have your tie rod connected. On your spindle is what's holding your hub assembly and your rotor. Remember, you have to buy the hardware that does not come with it because they were tight wads, didn't include that. I'd have no reason why. But anyway, you buy that, will be in the description, and put everything back together. Now your dust cap will go right on top of that. Then all you need to do now is put your tire on after we put our brakes on. All right, so what I did beforehand though is I took the old brake cables off, which was what this was. That was on the back of your old one. You're not gonna need that anymore. I'll add the description for the new one. All right. And guess what? They did not add the hardware for that. These are M8 by 125 by 25 millimeter bolts. I'll put these in the description as well. All right, so you're going to take your handle, and this is your braking. This is your new hydraulic brakes, your brake calipers. All right, you want to go on one side, want to go on the other. It tees together and goes up to your handle, which mounts up to your handlebar. All right, so this is probably not going to fit without having to take the body apart, and I am not doing that. Check to see if that was even going to fit and work just like that. I guess that's what they say about those stupid Americans, huh? Yeah, I guess I can take that off later. Anyway, all right, so that means I just want to get this kind of put on, show you guys, show everyone how this worked, because I couldn't find anything on how to make it work. If there is, whatever. All right, take your pad separator, and if you can see it, your rotor slides right on there just like that, I believe. Let's move this way. There you go. Your rotor should slide into the brake, onto the rotor. Of course. Of course. There you go. There you go. Front, come out. All right, so then you bolt it in place. Bolts are too long, we're gonna put a spacer in there. All right, where is may get a 13 millimeter. Try that now. Good, this one's money. loosen it up. Just check and make sure that when you run this bolt through that it's not grinding up against the rotor. Then you're doing this crap all over again. Went to one of the auto parts store, and this is the only size, the length and the size they have. You can be super cool if you want. Take it down or just put spacers in it, which is what I'm going to do. You can actually use that lock nut off that old that tie rod that we just took off earlier. That's what somebody put in there. Actually, we need 2 more. All right. Making sure that this bolt does not rub up against that rotor at the speed like that. It will wear it down, cause other issues. Okay. Braking system, so that will tie up in there. You run your handlebar up through the body, and when you put it on, you rest it up against. This is going to go on. I believe it's going to be on the right side. So it's going on the right side. You can check your brake level through the back. 2 bolts is what connects it to the back of the. Connect 2 bolts to the handlebar. There's this plug right here is for your brake light and your stop light. If you wanted to have that work as well. Some of this stuff that you can adjust and take off to make sure it works. But that is how you do your hydraulic system. This is how you will change over from a drum brake to a disc brake on a ATV 125cc ATV. All right, thanks for watching.